Locusts have an amazing biblical story. The only insect that is mentioned as food in the New Testament was the food of John the Baptist. The difference in taste between males and females, they said there is.
And how you farm the only kosher insect in the world.
These guys are max size currently.
Well, these guys are ready for breeding.
These are the holy locusts. So there isn't a difference between a locust and a grasshopper.
Every locust is a grasshopper, but not every grasshopper is a locust.
Oh, I love it. I love this kind of
Thank you to my patrons on Patreon for funding my content. I cannot make these videos without your support, and I really appreciate it. Thank you, patrons. You're the best.
Howdy, partner.
Whoa! Hey! How you guys doing?
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
Where are we at?
We are up in the north of Israel, I believe, right?
In the Golan Heights. I'm with my friend Nathan.
Hey.
I'm with my friend Moshe. We've come to a war zone. This is an active war zone, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm not trying to make it dramatic. Literally, there was a barrage of rockets fired here less than 12 hours ago. I'll show you guys just a quick look. So we are in the Golan Heights, which is considered occupied by some governments around the world. Towards Israelis like us, it's sovereign Israeli territory. This, in case Hezbollah, the terrorist group, decides to fire rockets at us, is our bomb shelter, this little drainage pipe. So we basically, if they start firing rockets, we need to run here. Because we're really out there right now. We're like in the middle of nowhere. We've come to tell you guys a very interesting story about a business that's both been affected by this war and also on the precipice of doing something absolutely amazing. And it's going to involve the three of us eating some crazy shit.
Excited.
Let's do it. Okay. This is a cool looking hangar in the middle of nowhere. Nice to meet you.
Hey,
What is your name?
Dror.
What do you do here, Dror?
Well, I'm trying to farm some locusts.
Trying to farm some locusts.
Yeah.
What is a locust?
Locust is an insect. It is known mainly as a grasshopper. And it is the most widely eaten insect in the world. It is the #1 pest for agriculture. And it is the only kosher insect.
Amazing. This is partly the reason why we've come here today.
Perfect.
We've come to discover how you can eat and how you farm the only kosher insect in the world. So this is your company, Holy Locust, right?
Correct. What you have here is the world's first commercial scale production of locusts. There are 1 billion people around the world in Asia, Africa, Central America that eat grasshoppers and locusts as part of their diet. But the only source of supply today is collection in the wild, which is limited to a very short season. What we did here, we developed with Israeli technology, intensive farming of locusts. Year-round production, large quantities, and very efficient.
I don't think I've ever seen a locust in my life. I mean, I've seen a grasshopper, but
You know, this will be the first time seeing it up and close.
Same?
You too, right? Yeah.
The thing is, before you start working with them and talking about them and learning about them, you don't see them. But when you start, you actually realize that they are all around us.
Is this your office, and is that a picture of a locust right there?
That's a kitchen. You have a big one here.
Oh, yeah. Like I wouldn't be able to. Like if I saw this animal, I would say it's a grasshopper.
It is a grasshopper.
So there isn't a difference between a locust and a grasshopper.
Every locust is a grasshopper, but not every grasshopper is a locust.
Oh, I love it. I love this kind of shit.
That's the background of our first booth ever.
Amazing.
And
It's a collector's edition.
exactly. We collected it and carried it on our back from Tel Aviv. The thing was, it was a food show, and people got so disgusted by it. But it attracted so much attention, so we were the #1 hit in that conference.
Amazing.
No one ate, but they came.
We're wearing robes.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
So we need to make sure that we are not harming the animals and the animals are not harming us. So we start with this.
Oh, you're straight up taking me to Jurassic Park right now. This is like the newest Jurassic Park movie. They did the same thing. Let's go see some locusts. Okay, so Dror's showing us the whole...
The first thing you do, dip your feet like that, because that's the #1 source for contamination.
What's in
The
here
shoes.
in this...
All kinds of fluids that kill all the germs.
Oh, I may have taken a big dip.
Yeah, take a big dip.
My first step, I took a little bit too deep in there.
Okay, so that's the farm. It used to be a chicken house.
Okay.
It's a 1,000 square meter farm, and what we have here are closed rooms. We have, currently we have 15 rooms like this. It's a completely closed environment.
These rooms behind us.
Behind us, yes. You see the door.
Yeah.
So isolated room, isolated walls, controlled humidity, temperature, lights, everything is controlled. So for the locust, it's high season all the time. They grow faster and better. So let's go to the first room.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to see the kosher insects.
Okay, so let's get into room number 3 and see some locusts.
Whoa. I've already talked about the parallels of this. If you guys have not seen the new Jurassic World movie, I really feel like we're in it right now. So these are locusts.
These are locusts. These are adult locusts. They're about to start mating and breeding. And you can see the size.
There's a small one here.
Yeah.
These are the holy locusts.
Yeah.
Look at these guys.
These are our blondie locusts. You see yellowish white grasshoppers. They were born about a month ago. When they were born, they were about 2 millimeters in size. And now they get to 5-6 centimeters. This is how fast they grow.
So wait, these guys are max size currently?
Well, these guys are ready for breeding. So it's not grasshoppers that are ready for harvest. Now much more mature. These guys are big. They can be even bigger. It depends on the conditions you provide them. The temperature, the humidity, the lights, the density, the feed. So this is not their max size. It's not efficient to grow them to max size.
Is there a difference in taste the bigger they get, the smaller they are, or it doesn't really affect it?
It's a good question. I don't have a clear answer. I know that there was research on Intel Chai that actually checked the difference in taste between males and females. They said there is.
That makes sense, maybe because of the pheromones, no? Or the hormones inside?
Maybe the pheromones, maybe it's the additional protein, the eggs and so on. Personally, I cannot tell the difference.
But the conditions for the room, you do have to keep it.
Yeah, you feel it.
As you can see on Dror's head,
Yeah, you can
Moshe's
feel
head.
It's very humid.
We are sweating in here. It is humid.
Yes, it is humid, it is hot. We also control the ventilation. So, and of course the lights. So we control all the conditions that are given, because the goal is to get to what they know as high season. So they grow faster, much faster, and much more efficient.
So what we're walking past right now are the cages for fattening, right? For plumping up the locust before you...
Yeah, you can see this is a stack of 9. They're connected together, and this could hold about 20,000 locusts at a time.
Now there's an obvious answer for me. I know why all these cages are not being used right now, but maybe you can enlighten the audience as to why.
Well, we are right now on the Golan Heights. It's a war zone right now. There is a nearby Iron Dome battery, and the noises of the war, the bangs, are not really good for the locust. It's also really risky for the employees. So we shifted to survival mode. All we do is keep the genetic lines alive, and we're waiting for better days to continue producing the locust.
That's why when we were in the room with the locust, you could see big room, but very small amount of production actually going on. The company is in survival mode. It's not in full-on production mode, and that's because of the horrific situation that's happening here in Israel right now. Okay, so now we're entering the harvest room.
Exactly. Which is a very large refrigerator.
Oh, it's automatically cooler in here.
Yes, because it's closed, but I don't think someone operated it lately. So this is where we bring the grasshoppers when they are ready for harvest.
You give them a little bit of ice cream.
Exactly. A little bit of ice. We let them relax. Actually, they fall asleep because they are cold blood creatures. And when they fall asleep, what we do, we collect them and through that door get them to the freezer, which means there is no stress in the process for the animals. It's much more humane than growing plants, for example.
And you were mentioning something earlier. You were talking about how there's EU regulations about animal suffering.
When the EU looked into insects as a protein source, what they were referring to was minimal harm done to animals suggestions or policies. Grasshoppers or insects in general are cold blood creatures. So if you drop the temperature, they fall asleep, and then you can collect them without harming them. There is no stress in the process. And as I said, it's much more humane than growing plants because you cannot grow plants without killing all the animals around. with pesticides and fertilizers and destroying the habitats.
Correct. We were having that conversation earlier about how like the vegan diet, and we're not saying that a vegan diet is necessarily bad, but there can be a lot of animal death throughout the process of creating vegan diets. We're farming soybeans and corn and all these vegetables and fruits that we have to take over large swaths of wild land and kill these creatures that are coming in there. And in this situation, you don't have to deal with any of that.
Correct.
You're not killing any other animal to create this space.
Exactly.
Or to create this environment.
Exactly.
Amazing. Okay, so what actually is this?
We're gonna try some grasshopper feed. This is wheatgrass, dried wheatgrass.
We're always doing the weirdest shit together, Moshe.
Always, man.
I always save you for the weirdest videos.
It's just
These are the grains that we would make wheat like bread out of.
that's wheat.
That's wheat.
But because
You
the
can eat it.
grasshoppers eat this, there's a chance that it will have gluten within the
No,
grasshopper.
no.
Within the
You know,
locust.
also cows eat. The problem is not the eating; it's the problem that they touch it.
It's contaminated.
Exactly.
You're right.
But it's very low risk.
Very low risk to people who have gluten intolerance.
It has a flavor of a grass without the sweetness of the fresh.
But it's a specific species of wheatgrass, that's what it's called? Or this is just grass that you find anywhere else?
No, it's wheatgrass.
It tastes exactly like how it smells.
I actually-
We don't have the right teeth for that.
I could be honest, I don't even taste anything.
So if
Oh,
you curl
yes.
it in a ball in your mouth and then you like suck on it a little bit, you'll get the
suck
taste.
it. Suck on it.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
you see?
exactly how it smells.
Exactly how it smells.
Dolo, what's going on here, my friend?
Well, this is our dining table.
Guys, look at the branding, look at the options. This is crazy.
Everything you see here are products that are locust or locust infused.
I can smell the locust infusion on all of this table. And I'm just shocked by the branding. Like, you guys have full-on packaging. This looks like something I would find at like a theme park or something. It's amazing. And it comes in a little glass jar with a Bible quote on it.
Yeah,
Unbelievable.
because as we talked about, locusts have an amazing biblical story. It is the only insect that is approved as food on Leviticus, and it is the only insect that is mentioned as food in the New Testament. It was the food of John the Baptist, and his meat was locust and honey. So we're going to start with the way John the Baptist ate them, the whole, and we will finish with the real meat.
So we're gonna try some whole locust right now. Moshe, you ready for this?
A bit, not scared, but excited.
You can
is
see
the
this
word.
is how it comes in the jar. They're all there. The whole body is there. You guys removed some parts of the body, right?
Yes, we took off the legs because legs have those spikes. So when you eat it as a whole, we don't want to harm you. But when we turn it into powder, we use 100% of the body. Nothing goes to waste. Everything
Amazing.
is edible.
There's a prayer we need to do.
Yes, absolutely. It's kosher.
Okay.
You take the red one, the big one,
The big red one.
the big red one.
Oh man.
That's a female for you.
This one?
Yes.
You know how I like to eat females, baby. You know what I'm saying? We are about to eat holy locusts here in Israel.
So
And how do you,
biblically revived
remove
food.
I also got a female. So before you eat a locust, you can take off the wings, but you can eat them as well.
Okay.
And what we say is, שהכל נהיה בדברו.
Okay.
Shakol.
Everything was done by God's voice.
Okay. You want to lead us in prayer?
ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם שהכל נהיה בדברו.
Amen.
Amen. That's wonderful.
That's very interesting.
That's great. I like it.
It's plain locust, nothing added, no flavors. The
Wow.
animal as it is, just dried in an oven.
Oh, there's a weird.
Yeah. A little bit of bitter. Not bitter, meaty maybe?
Now,
Dude, this is nice.
now let me surprise you.
I like this.
let me surprise you because you were mainly focused on the experience of eating the whole locust. You didn't pay attention too much to the flavors.
Right.
Now there are some distinct flavors when you eat a locust, and this is the powder. That's 100% locust powder, 100% of the animal, and we just grinded the whole locust. Look at how it looks inside.
Does it
wow.
smell like?
Smell it.
It just looks like protein powder.
Everything kind of smells like the grass a little bit.
No, but that smells really nice.
Yes. What's the smell?
Chocolate.
Chocolate. That's the main smell
Oh my god, wow.
and flavor of the locust. Chocolate, coffee, pecans, and mushrooms.
That's what they naturally produce.
That's what I was
That's the
tasting, that
natural
little
product.
mushroom taste.
Yes, umami flavors.
That's crazy.
That's insane.
That's wild.
That's chocolate.
Now
right
you
there.
can
It's
play
crazy.
with that and do whatever you want. It could be sweet, it could be savory,
Okay.
thanks to the original product.
So you've been doing this for a while. I'm assuming you have some ideas up your sleeve.
Absolutely. But when I say I can talk about the biblical story, I can talk about the health benefits, I can talk about the sustainability, but there is also a culinary story behind it because it's delicious.
I think we should try some more deliciousness, in my opinion. I'm excited.
Okay.
for
With
that.
you.
So let's start easy.
Okay.
First one, energy bars.
Energy bars.
I brought them this time in the form of balls. These are dates, peanuts, cashews, and locust powder. All the sugar come from natural sources.
Wow.
The nuts and the dates.
Look at that. It does look like an energy ball you get at any cafe.
Exactly.
That's wonderful.
That's great.
That's great.
As simple as that.
It's actually even better than great. It's a better energy ball. It tastes more high quality than what I'm used to.
Now
You
that's
can taste all the ingredients too.
Wow, there's
Exactly.
a really
Yeah.
nice flavor in there, and I don't know what it is.
so. Let me.
It's sweet.
Is it that date?
So, but
It's kind of like an orange almost. I'm tasting like a citrus fruit.
now, last week I met a chef. He made his own recipe of of the energy bars.
We're all choking on locust wings.
I don't have much. I can share with you only the small one because these are going to the competition, IDF competition, to the food of the future. I forgot to tell you about it. This is the same bar, but that's the recipe of the chef. Taste it. That's an amazing
Oh
recipe.
my god.
I was
Oh my
shocked.
god.
It's good.
Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, wow. Wow.
That is so good.
Now you understand why I don't give you the last two pieces. I had a full box.
It's a deep flavor, man. It's really
That's
Wow,
Chocolate.
it's
Chocolate.
really yummy.
yeah.
You think it's chocolate?
And it's not, it's locust.
My 5-year-old was sure she's eating chocolate. She finished the box. That's my problem. I don't have enough samples. And next week, IDF is hosting the final of the Food of the Future competition for the IDF. We are finalists, one out of the final 6 companies. And this is the recipe I'm going to present.
We're gonna have Jewish super soldiers powered by insects. Biblical insects. That's awesome, man. That's really good. It's exciting. Like the prospects of this for the future are exciting. Because this is actually like game changing. This is solving a really big problem that we have in the world today.
Exactly.
And it's wow, and it's so tasty. Like I'm not.
It's really good.
By the way, I gotta make it clear. I'm not getting paid to make this video. Yeah, like this isn't. We're covering the story. This is my genuine feelings. It's actually delicious. That was really, really, really yummy.
I can pay with Locust.
Amen. Let's do it.
By the way, I forgot to mention shelf life.
What is the shelf life of an average
The whole
locust?
locust, like that, dried in a cool place, not refrigerator, 4 years.
4 years.
4 years, and
Wow.
and it's 4 years because we are still learning. It may be longer.
Without preservatives, without
As
all
it is.
natural.
Yes, just like that.
Imagine. Can you rehydrate them? Like
Yes.
chickpeas? Like if you soak them in water?
Yes, but it's not as good. We tried. We hydrate them when they come in the powder form. So when we will do the burgers, you'll see burgers that we added the powder along with water and oil to add the humidity.
Wow. And the flavor of this change over time? Or do they stay
Oh, when I'm talking about shelf life, is also the same flavors.
same flavor?
Once they get exposed to oxygen and humidity, it's like any other protein. The smell and flavor are not as good. You probably are familiar with fish meal smell.
Yeah.
That's protein that was exposed to humidity and oxygen. Let's try the peels.
Okay.
Okay.
Locust
No.
pills.
Now, many people want to have only the crude locust, but the whole animal is a little bit challenging. Also, the powder is a little bit frightening, so we just put them in a peel. Want to try?
Love
Just
to.
swallow it.
Oh, can I open?
Yeah. So it's 72% protein.
It smells like locust.
It does smell like locust, yeah.
Locust powder pill. Locust protein or locust powder?
Well, it's locust protein because it's 72% protein without any processing.
Oh, I had an important question. This one locust like this, how much protein is in one locust like this?
Well, 72% depends on the size of the locust, but on average, it's about 1 gram.
1 gram of protein for one locust.
And in this pill, you have over 2 grams of protein already.
2 grams of protein. Okay, let's try this out. L'chaim, boys.
Chaim.
Goes down like a locust.
Yep. Easy.
It does have I did feel a flavor going down a little bit.
Really?
Yeah, a little bit.
But that's any pill.
It doesn't bother me. It tastes natural. It tastes like Eretz Yisrael. I don't know.
Yeah.
It doesn't really. It tastes like the land,
like
you
the
know?
Holy Land.
It
Yeah.
tastes like the Holy Land.
Okay, so Moshe is making now
The protein
Chocolate
shake
protein
mix.
shake.
protein
Chocolate
shake mix. There's no way this is not going to be absolutely delicious.
Yeah, we added enough sugar. Smell it first.
It's awesome.
It smells
wow.
better than Nesquik.
Exactly.
It does smell
But you
good.
need to live in the US to be familiar with Nesquik. We don't
Yeah.
have that in Israel.
Here we have the chocolate.
Exactly.
It kind of smells better than chocolate as well.
Yeah.
It smells like a more concentrated chocolate.
And add water and then just mix. So usually we do it with milk, better texture, but we can try it with water as well.
I think that may be too much water, no?
Okay.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Locust chocolate milk.
That's very good. That's very good. I mean, with milk, it would be
Even
a lot better.
Yeah, of course.
But that's great.
Wow.
That's very good.
Smells great. Yeah. It's great. Tastes like chocolate milk.
Just like
But it doesn't taste like protein powder. That's the nice thing.
Yeah, 'cause
Protein
a
powder
lot
has
of
a
times
distinct,
when you
strong
taste
flavor.
the protein powder, there's a
ruins it.
taste.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't. I'm not gonna say like I'm a professional with protein, but I've had it a little bit, and I never like the flavor. Whether you get it in an energy bar or like that artificial, it's kind of tastes artificial.
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain it. So yeah, you really don't have that here at
Because,
all.
because usually what you use is whey or soy or pea, and they all have their aftertaste. And the advantage of the Locust, we can use it as it is without any processing. So,
And the aftertaste is chocolate, which
Yeah.
is amazing.
Yeah, it is.
not bad.
Welcome to Holy Locust, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're going to be showcasing our brand new product, which is an experimental product.
It's not even a product yet. It's just
not even a product yet.
prototype. What you're gonna do is you're gonna take the whole 100% Locust powder, unprocessed, just dried and grounded into powder. You can show them how it looks in your spoon or in the bag. And we talked about the flavors of chocolate. So let's
So I'm
put
taking a spoon of this.
spoon, small spoon, not too much.
Like this is good.
Yeah, it's enough. Put it in the
Okay.
glass.
Here's our powdered
And-
powdered locust into our glass, ladies and gentlemen. You can do this at home, just like me.
Now-
Check out our discount code down below in the description.
Now add some hot water.
Now we're gonna add some hot water. This is biblical water from the land of Israel. Like that?
Yeah, that's enough.
Okay.
And add some salt.
Add some salt.
Yes.
Add some salt. You tell me when.
I don't know. You're the chef.
Okay.
That's enough.
I have no idea what we're making.
Mix it.
Mix it?
Yeah, mix it.
I gotta be honest, from the perspective of appeal of how it looks, this is the worst looking thing we've had so far.
Correct. Correct. Because it's a raw thing. What we're doing, we are experimenting with locust powder.
This is your first time doing this?
Second.
Second time.
Raw, and actually it wasn't me doing it. It was a chef that experimented, and I was nearby, and I had the pleasure to taste. How's it smell first? It's not chocolate anymore.
Not chocolate. It's something familiar, but I can't really put my finger on it. I think I know where you're going with this, but I'm not 100% sure.
Think about the recipe as suggested before.
I don't think I put enough salt.
Add.
Let me add some salt, because I think I know where you're going with this, but I want to...
You're a salty boy.
Wow, whatever it is, it's good. I don't know what to put my finger on it. It kind of tastes like a veggie broth, like almost like ramen. Is that what it's supposed to be? It tastes like ramen, like it tastes like packaged
Now I
ramen.
want to try it.
Like manachama. That's what it tastes like.
לא מטורף?
It's mtoraf. That's actually crazy.
זה רק יחזק.
Dude,
איזה מטורף.
that is
איזה
exciting
מטורף.
stuff right there.
באמת umami.
Moshe, you gotta, I think you're gonna like it.
Amazing.
אהוב והכל, ותראה מה קרה לזה ממים חמים.
It's very universal.
That's a broth right there.
That's a broth.
That's a broth.
So Dror has some homemade chicken and chicken locust patties. We're basically be doing a comparison, I'm assuming, right?
Correct. What I want to show you is the functionality impact of locust as a functioning ingredient. You can add it to chicken, you can add it to beef or pork, you can add it to all kinds of plant-based alternatives such as soy or pea. What the grasshoppers provide is a boost in color. You can see the change in color. And especially with heat treatment, it turns reddish purple like beef. It enhances the flavors, and it also improves the juiciness of the product. With every 1% of grasshoppers we add, we receive 13% additional juiciness.
It becomes more juicy.
Yes.
That's
because,
awesome.
The grasshopper ingredients bind very well with fat and oil.
All right,
With
chef.
water.
Chef it up for us.
Okay. So, a little bit of olive oil.
So while you're cooking, I want to ask you some questions. I'm curious.
Yes.
How the heck did you get into farming locusts? How does one get to that point in their life where they're farming locusts?
Well, I have the short version and the long version.
Give me the short version for YouTube.
I'm an accountant. That's it.
Too much time on the computer, too much time writing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The only way to get out of the business is to come up with something completely crazy. But the long version, which is the real version, I was born in a kibbutz Ma'anit in Israel. And first, my grandfather was the chairman of the kibbutz. He established 2 food companies. One is called Gal'am. Second one is called Ambar. Today, these are the largest corn processor in Israel and the largest feed producer in Israel. He was also the first CEO of those companies. And my grandmother was the cook of the kibbutz. So, food, nutrition, industry, agriculture are running in my veins. One of the things they used to tell me as a young boy in the kibbutz was stories from the 1950s. Israel suffered from food insecurity and also from locust swarms flying in from Africa and destroying the crops. The kibbutz members used to run to the fields trying to scare the grasshoppers away and save the crops, while they saw other Jews, Yemenite and Moroccan Jews, coming to the same fields, collecting tons of grasshoppers and eating them. So from those stories I learned that grasshoppers are food for many people and that they are kosher. Fast forwarding 40 years into the future, I'm already a serial entrepreneur in food and nutrition. I'm learning about the Global Protein Challenge. I'm looking for alternatives that will be better by taste and flavor, better by nutritional content, better by health benefits, better by environmental impact. And I remember that story from my childhood, but since I'm an accountant, I had to run to Google and learn a little bit more, and I realized that this is an amazing product. It is the most widely eaten insect in the world. It has the highest protein content with 72% protein, and also a very long list of other essential micronutrients such as omega-3, omega-6, iron, zinc, and so on. And I also learned that the only source of supply is collection in the wild. So I said, okay, that's a great product, great market, no real competition. I'm going to establish the first farm in the world. So 10 years later, ta-dam!
The first locust farm.
The first and only commercial scale farm here in Israel.
Amazing.
And we can make a lot of things with it. You saw a lot of options. Now I'm gonna make some burgers. I'll start with the chicken burgers. It's white. It's usually a little bit dry. And
Here you go.
the flavor is not that interesting. And I'll add to that same patties where we added 2%, a little bit hot, added 2% Locust Powder. And you can already see the impact on the color.
Totally different color here.
Yes, and you can smell. You can start smelling it. It's a little bit different in smell. And here we go.
Ooh, it smells good.
Yep.
Smells like we're in an Israeli mom's kitchen. I like this.
Since the grasshoppers have the ability to bind well with water and oil, we can actually burn them from the outside and they will stay juicy from the inside. So you get a combination of well done, crunchy cover with a juicy, medium rare interior.
Dude, this looks like a nice hamburger. Oh my god, look at the juiciness.
Very juicy.
And you put some onions in here though?
Yes, a little bit fried onion.
Dude, this looks amazing.
Now taste it.
What the hell?
It's chicken,
It
right?
tastes like beef.
Exactly.
Okay, now I'm interested.
What? It tastes like, okay, now it tastes a little more like chicken. But that first impact was beef.
2%, that's the difference.
But is it
But
cooked
wait,
to
you're
the...
skipping. Go with the chicken
Now
first.
compare it to the chicken.
That is so delicious. I mean, maybe you're just also really good at making chicken patties.
No, it's just basic. I can give you the recipe. Chicken.
The chicken patty is good. Try the beef one. The beef one.
I like the locust one more.
Yeah, the locust one is
I
so
like the
good.
locust one a lot more.
2% grasshoppers.
It is way better.
It's so crazy. No, listen. The chicken one
juiciness-
tastes like chicken.
It
The
is
juiciness
way
of
better.
this one, that feels like melting in your mouth.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is straight up, this is exciting. I'm like excited about the prospects of this. You could make a kebab sandwich. You could literally make a kebab. Throw some esbeti bul in here. Put some like kulkum, put some leaves and stuff. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow.
That is so impressive.
זה הגשנו כבר בתערוכות בחו"ל, וזה
וואו.
יצא בחברות תדירות.
Like mind blowing.
That's the most impressive thing. And that's crazy.
There's such a crazy difference in flavor.
You understand what the implication of this though is? Chicken is hands down the best meat lean wise. And now you just turned it into basically having like meat.
Can compete with burger,
It
with
can
beef.
hands down compete with
That could compete with a burger easy.
the-
I mean, I've had some
Yes.
shitty burgers in my life. That is that's a better burger.
Upgraded burger with a unique
and
ingredient.
you're adding more protein into it.
That is impressive. I'm really, really, really impressed by that.
And also
Wow.
a lot of
If you believe in my content and want to support me, just know your help is needed. There's a bunch of great ways to monetarily support the channel. Some of the best ways to support me happen to be PayPal, buy me a coffee, or joining our Patreon community. Links to them can be found in the pinned comments or the description of every one of my videos. Joining my Patreon community gives you access to exclusive content and the chance to talk to me on our Discord server. I also go live almost every day here on YouTube. And after my live streams, me and my patrons from Patreon head over to our Discord server to an exclusive after party hangout. Your support is the only way that I can keep creating the content that you love watching for me. Thank you.